Hey everyone, it's Robin from Rose and Lily. In this video, we're going to make this cute little squishy eggplant. So you'll need some chunky or super chunky plush yarn in purple, green, and then a small amount of pink for the cheeks. You'll also need a small amount of medium weight black yarn for the eyelashes and mouth. You'll also need a USG crochet hook or a hook to match the yarn you're using, as well as scissors, polyfill, a yarn needle, safety eyes, and I always recommend using stitch markers. The stitches you need to know beforehand are single crochet, slip stitch, chain stitch, increase, and a magic ring. And in the video, I will go through the half double crochet, the double crochet, and treble crochet. We're starting with the purple yarn, and in round 1, we're doing 6 single crochet in a magic ring. I'll link my full tutorial on how I like to do the magic ring at the top. Pull the ring tight, and I'll be using a stitch marker in the last stitch of each round. In round 2, we're doing 2 single crochet into each stitch from round 1. That means we're doing 6 increases, which brings us up to 12 stitches in the round. In round 3, we do a single crochet and then an increase into the next stitch, and we do all of that 6 times in total. That will bring us up to 18 stitches in round 3. In round 4, we first do 2 single crochet and then an increase, which is 2 single crochet into the same stitch, and we do all of that 6 times to bring us up to 24 stitches. In round 5, we do 3 single crochet and then an increase, and we do that 6 times to get 30. In round 6, it's 4 single crochet and then an increase. We do that 6 times to get 36. In round 7, it's 5 single crochet and then an increase. We do that 6 times to get 42. In round 8, it's 6 single crochet and then an increase. We do that all 6 times to get 48. Now, depending on the yarn you're using, your circle could be completely flat or have a slight curve, which is fine. Generally, the thicker the yarn, the more it tends to curve. Now we're going to do 12 rounds of 48 single crochet a round, so that's rounds 9 to 20. And I'll do these rounds off camera. At this point, we can attach the safety eyes. They're going between rounds 12 and 13, and about 10 stitches apart. Once you're happy with the placement, you can attach the backs. Now we're going to start decreasing. So we do 4 single crochet, and then an invisible decrease. And we do all of that 8 times in total to bring us down to 40 stitches. In round 22, it's 3 single crochet, and then a decrease, and we do that 8 times to bring us down to 32. In round 23, it's 2 single crochet and then a decrease, and we do that 8 times to bring us down to 24. At this point, we can start to add stuffing. In round 24, it's a single crochet and then a decrease. We do that 8 times to bring us down to 16. And we can add a bit more stuffing here. In round 25, we're doing 8 decreases in a row. This means we're going down from 16 stitches to 8. Then we can remove the stitch marker and cut the yarn, leaving a bit of a tail for sewing. To sew the hole closed, I like to go through those last 8 stitches just through the front loops. Then pull on the yarn to close the hole. Insert the yarn into the body into a few places to secure it. Next we're going to crochet the leaves. So with the green yarn, in round 1 it's 6 single crochet and a magic ring. In round 2, it's 6 increases. That will bring us up to 12 stitches. In round 3, it's a single crochet and then an increase. We do that 6 times to get 18. In round 4, it's 2 single crochet, then an increase. We do that all 6 times to get 24. In round 5, it's 3 single crochet followed by an increase, and we do that 6 times to get 30. In round 6, it's 4 single crochet and then an increase. We do that 6 times to get 36. In round 7, it's 8 single crochet followed by an increase, and we do that all 4 times to bring us up to 40 stitches. In round 8, we're going to crochet the actual leaves. So we start with a single crochet, and then we chain 5. Now in the second chain from the hook, which is here, we're going to do a single crochet. In the next stitch, a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert the hook, pull through a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. In the next stitch we do a double crochet, so yarn over, insert the hook, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through the other 2 loops on the hook. In the last chain we're doing a treble crochet, so yarn over twice, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops on the hook. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches on the circle and do a single crochet into that 3rd stitch. There will be a bit of a gap at the base of the leaf, but you won't notice it when it's sewed onto the eggplant. So we've done 1 leaf and you're going to make 9 more, using the exact same steps. So single crochet, chain 5, single crochet in the 2nd chain from the hook, half double crochet, double crochet, and treble crochet, skip 2 stitches on the circle and do a single crochet into the 3rd stitch. So I'm going to do the rest of the leaves off camera and you should land up at your stitch marker. Then you can slip stitch to close and cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for sewing. As I said before, there are some gaps under the leaves and you don't really notice these when they're sewn onto the eggplant. But if you prefer, you could sew them closed with a few stitches. So when the leaves are on the head, they should look something like this. First, take the tail from the magic ring and insert that right at the center. If you like, you can hold the point of each leaf into place with a pin before sewing on. We're going to sew it in place using the long tail from the end. I like to first go up into that first leaf. And then I just grab stitches at the base of the leaf and at the point of the leaf all the way around, as I find it's not necessary to sew on every single stitch, but you can sew on more stitches if you prefer. At the end, you can bring the yarn tail through to meet the first one. And then tie these together. For the stem, insert your hook right at the top, just wherever you can grab a stitch. Pull through a loop, and then chain 6. Starting in the 2nd chain from the hook, we're going to single crochet back along the chain. Then you can close and cut the yarn. Then I like to tie the yarn tails together and pull the knot into the piece. The cheeks are just 2 simple stitches with some pink yarn. Once you're happy with the placement, you can tie the tails together and weave in the ends. I like to start the mouth just below the eyes, just using 2 stitches to make a simple V. The eyelashes are 2 simple stitches as close to the eye as possible. And that is your eggplant completed. Thanks so much for watching. The free written pattern will be on my website. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.